What's up, y'all? First of all, I want to shout out Kawhi Leonard. It's unfortunate what he's going through right now. What's going on, he had nothing to do with. But when someone is your family, yet alone your sibling, you're still going to be affected by what happens or what they do. Now, as most of us know, Kawhi Leonard's sister was just sentenced to life in prison for killing an old senior citizen lady. Robbery. She tried to rob allegedly she tried to rob some lady, the older senior citizen lady, for one, which was very stupid and cowardly to target a senior citizen. And for her to put herself in a situation and make Kawhi Leonard look bad and or maybe try to make his reputation worse, because we already know Spurs fans still feel away. They're still salty about Kawhi Leonard and the way he exited the team and left the team. We have Stephen A. Snitch, who is very, very insensitive, especially towards black males. You know, it's like he's aware of the situation, but he still wants to try to drag Kawhi Leonard's name. You know, but let it be a Caucasian that has a questionable reputation in the sports world. And if Stephen A. was aware of this and this person's sister was sentenced to life, he probably wouldn't even speak on that person. He'd probably fall back and be like, oh yeah, you know, I don't want to speak on that. You know, I know this person going through some other things, so I'll speak on, you know, when all this die down, I'll get back on him. But because it's Kawhi Leonard, you don't care whether, you know, what's going on. For one, there's a lot of people that have done dirty, cheap shots. A lot of people have taken a lot of cheap shots and done some dirty stuff towards Kawhi Leonard. And if you saw the game where he got injured, Chris Paul was doing some dirty stuff. And I feel like Chris Paul purposely tried to hurt Kawhi Leonard. Just like Zaza purposely, he purposely injured Kawhi Leonard. But for this clown, Stephen A. Snitch, aka Stephen A. Bitch, for him to tell the world that, oh, I'm sick of this man, Kawhi Leonard, he just needs to retire. He needs to retire. Man, shut your bitch ass up. A man that can't play a lick of basketball, who couldn't make it, you sure can't do nothing in the NBA. All you care to do is tear down black men every chance you get. But when it's on the flip side and it comes to a Caucasian, you ain't got nothing to say. You catch amnesia all of a sudden. Just because white men pay you a lot of money, it does not give you the right to drag and tear down your own people. Stephen A. Smith is the perfect example of a modern day coon. And this man can't shut his mouth for 1 second. He can't be considerate for 1 second. He can't put his ego and profession aside for 1 second and think to himself, you know what? This man Kawhi Leonard has a lot on his plate. He's dealing with the fact that his knucklehead sister it has put the family in a certain situation to where, you know, they have to endure what the decision she made and have to accept the reality that because she made I think she made a couple of mistakes. She was doing some wilding out stuff, but I think I heard she had some mental issues too, some mental health issues. But regardless, Kawhi Leonard is his own person and his sister is her own person. But at the same time, you should not drag Kawhi Leonard because of what his sister did. And you should not drag Kawhi Leonard just because you don't like him. And because you don't like him, you feel like, oh, you can just add this, the sister situation to him and say, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, man, I'm telling you, dude, somebody gonna check Stephen A's temperature one day. And you know what? I'll be glad when they do. Because this is not cool. It's not fair. It's not right. For Stephen A. Bitch, aka Stephen A. Snitch, to keep tearing down black men and being insensitive to the things that happen. Now, what if Kawhi Leonard, as quiet as he is, and as much as he don't bother nobody, what if Kawhi Leonard just decides when he see you, it's on sight? What if Kawhi Leonard just go on a limb and be willing to take a assault and battery case, you know, and just knock you smooth the fuck out? But you gonna play victim? But you gonna say, oh, Kawhi Leonard, he has anger management problems. That was uncalled for. I was just giving my opinion. But no, you gotta put a cap to certain things. You can only go so far when you giving your opinion about somebody. But when you want to keep dragging somebody and you making it more and more and more personal, especially when you know this man don't bother nobody. Kawhi Leonard don't bother nobody. But you have to be the one to always go after the black men that don't do nothing to nobody. Same thing, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving don't mess with nobody. You can't crucify him because of what he believes in. What is wrong with you dumb Negroes? Niggas like Stephen A. Smith, Stephen A. Snitch, Stephen A. Bitch. Clown, man. What's a fucking clown? All this buck dancing and cooning for white folks. But let a brother come and mop his shit. Then he'll really have give a real reason why he's a coon. But don't dish what you can't take, Stephen A. Because Kawhi Leonard, he might just see you one day. And he might not just be civil. So you better be careful, Stephen A. Because you're not right. You are foul. And what goes around comes around, sir. And you've been dragging too many black athletes off some petty shit. So, good luck to you in your future, sir. I hope somebody two-piece you real quick.